check it out.
We'll be waiting for you.
IndianaSRN wants to put more kids on TV. And honestly, that's exactly what these kids deserve. They stream more than 350 high school and college games every year, giving Indiana athletes the spotlight they've earned. All games are free to watch with on-demand on their YouTube channel. The cost is amazingly affordable, which means more kids get their moment to shine. IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Hey, Indiana. Let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons, like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tech High School as we bring you semifinal action of the City Alliance Tournament. 2 games headed your way here this afternoon. Our first game out of the chute will be the Raiders of Cardinal Ritter. They've won their last 3. They are 7-8 on the season. They'll take on the Fighting Irish of Cathedral. They've won their last 4. They entered today's contest at 11-3. High school basketball being brought to you in part by Reynolds Farm Equipment, your local hometown John Deere dealer since 1955 with 5 central Indiana locations. Reynolds meets all your equipment, parts, and service needs. Boilermaker Local 374, representing skilled workers across Indiana. Discover the Boilermaker advantage with Local 374. Burtner Electric, spark with confidence, your trusted electrician partners since 1986. Wheeler Mission, helping our neighbors in need since 1893, thanks to generous, caring individuals like you. Morales Group Staffing, building better futures one story at a time. Let us help you find your next opportunity. LifeWise Academy. LifeWise Academy brings Bible education to public school students during school hours. Learn more at lifewise.org. LiUNA, the Build America Union, 500,000 strong and fighting for better wages, safer job sites, and greater opportunities. And the Indiana SRN Sports page, from border to border, coast to coast, your source for high school, college, and pro sports coverage. Troy Dargowski, Tony Donahue with you as we get ready for Game 1. Tony, it's a matchup of 2 teams that haven't played each other since back in 2018, and it's also been a tournament where Cathedral is pretty much not dominated, but they have really had their own way in many occasions throughout the last few years.
Yeah, as you mentioned, 2 hot teams coming in. Cardinal Ritter, throw that 7-8 record out. They've won 3 in a row. They're starting to play their best basketball, as is Cathedral, winning 4 in a row and 11-3 on the season. But just the tournament itself, right? The history of this tournament. We got a new floor. It's the first thing you notice when you walk into this gym. obviously a little bit different, right? Your body right now is probably at lunchtime, right?
Yeah.
So it's a little bit different, especially for a Ritter team that played overtime just 2 nights ago. But it's great to be here at this tournament. Always fun every year. You and I are here to call these games. We've got 2 great ones this afternoon as opposed to this evening because of the weather coming into central Indiana. But awesome to be here. And, yeah, a Cathedral team. They shoot the basketball well, 75 points per contest. About 48% of their points come from 2 different players, and obviously in Julian Smith and Aldridge. But we're going to talk about that. Cathedral's a team that likes to get up and down, and they can knock down to 3, shooting just shy of 40% from downtown.
Well, a Raiders basketball team, as you said, too, better than their 7-8 record. They're led by Devin Bolden, a guy at 6'8", can light things up. He's a double-double guy, and they'll certainly need him today. Yeah, just got over the 1,000-point mark just 3 nights ago. 21-13 on an average. Any coach on any level will take a 21-13. He had 40-20 back in December in a contest. This kid can play. He's athletic, back to the basket. He can post you up. He can turn around, knock down jumpers, or go to the rim. This is the team in Cardinal Ritter shooting 49% from the field, 70% from the free throw line. And we know that these games, no matter what the record is, always comes down to the wire. It's going to be about discipline, not turning over the basketball, rebounding, keeping the opponent off of the offensive glass, and knocking down your free throws per usual. Yeah, and by the way, Bolden not the only player on that team that can actually play this game of basketball. They've got quite a few other guys. Yeah, Wade, 15 points, 3 rebounds. He's a huge scorer, but a lot, Coleman, Woods, these are guys that, they know their roles. McDowell the 3rd, 7 points, 5 assists. He's kind of the facilitator on this team. He shares the basketball. So, yeah, you have your 2 top scorers, but everybody knows their role to step up. 16 assists per contest shows you what Coleman can do. Obviously, as a team effort, he had 14 the other night against HC. Well, then Ritter, again, not used to being here, and they haven't, again, played this Cathedral team in quite some time. Let me ask you, from a player standpoint, any nerves coming into this one that might affect your game today? Well, I think so. I think anytime you play Cathedral on any level, you have to get up for it, right? And this is the Cardinal Ritter team that has been down over the last couple of years. They obviously want to get back to 500 with the victory today, but just being in the city tournament, what this does, we talk about this in high school football all the time. You have coaches, Cathedral, great example. They're going to play teams in Cincinnati. They're going to play teams in Louisville, which gets them ready for the November-October tournament. Here, we're a month away from the pairing show. We're not too far away. Girls are coming up in a couple of weeks of tournament. This really tells you what you have as a basketball team with quick turnarounds, right? When you play in a tournament, you're going to play on a Tuesday in sectionals. You're going to play Friday, Saturday. And then if you get to the semi-state, that's 2 games in one day. So it's kind of similar to what we see here over the next 24 to 48 hours. We'll see what happens with Monday night. Obviously, the weather's coming in to central Indiana, but we should have 2 really good games here this afternoon. All right, when we come back, we'll talk more about the Fighting Irish, one of the top teams in the state of Indiana. We'll do that next here on IndianaSRN.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Game 1 just about 4 minutes away from the introductions and the tip-off. Right around the corner, this Fighting Irish team, they just have become such a force in all of their athletic programs over the years, and basketball, Tony, is no different. And they are one of the favorites to win the state championship this year if they stay on track. Yeah, top 10 team in the state of Indiana, 11-3. I love 9 steals per game. Cathedral turns the ball over 12. I think the team that doesn't turn the ball over in the double digits is going to have a little bit of the advantage here today. You're playing on a neutral court. You get a little bit excited. You get a little bit ahead of yourself. Like I mentioned, this is a Ritter team that just played an overtime game, less than 48 hours ago. So spread the basketball if you're Cathedral, right? You've got players that know their roles. You don't need guys to go for 30, 35 points. Everybody needs to step up. It starts with Tristan Lloyd. He had 8 points the other night. 8 points is about what he needs. He averages 5.
you get a couple players over your average, you're going to have a really good opportunity to win this game this afternoon.
Yeah, one thing, too, they got a lot of experience. You talk about Keaton Aldridge, Julian Smith, two guys who played on a very successful team last year, both averaging around 18 points per game.
Yeah, exactly. And even Ramani Wells, right? He only averages 6 points, but he had 19 the other night in that win over Chittard, 81-46. Aldridge had 16. They shot 56% from the field, 50% from downtown. That's going to win you a lot of basketball games, Troy.
Well, one thing about this series, it has not belonged to Ritter.
Yeah.
If you look at the last 25 meetings, Cathedral's won 23. And we mentioned the last time they played was back in 2018, and that was an 83-64 win. So they haven't seen each other in a long time, but it has been dominated by the Fighting Irish.
Yeah, and you just think about living in Indianapolis and the basketball that we have, whether it's Tech, where we're at right now, or a team like Cardinal Ritter or Chittard or Cathedral. All these kids know each other, right? They probably grew up playing in the same AAU, probably played middle school against each other. These guys know each other. I expect it to be a very up-tempo game, very well-respected game. Again, these kids have known each other for years. Cathedral, a little bit more of a size advantage. You can obviously see that. But, if you're Cathedral, you have to know where number 30 is at all times in Devin Bolden. He's a kid that can score, and he is aggressive on the offensive rebound. Watch out for some putbacks from him.
Now, the winner of this game will play the winner of our next game. That is Cecina and Crispus Attucks, and might want to get an early look at that one. Could be a close, interesting game in game number 2.
Yeah, look, if you're at home, thanks for tuning in. It's cold outside. It's about to snow. Pop that popcorn, get ready for this contest that we have in front of us. And yeah, Attucks playing on their home floor against a Cecina team that is also finding their stride at 10-4 on the season. So we should have 2 really good games this afternoon, which will set us up for the tournament finale, hopefully Monday evening.
Yeah, there's still some question about that, depending on what happens with the snow coming up on Sunday. So you will want to make sure that you tune in at some point, perhaps Monday, to find out, or late Sunday, whether we're going to be here.
Yeah, we'll have you whether it's Monday or Tuesday right here in IndianaSRN. So check in on Twitter or our Facebook page. But look, it's cold outside. It's going to start snowing. We're inside of a warm gym watching high school hoops in the IHSAA. No better place to be on a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, as you alluded to earlier, these 2 games are scheduled for later on in the evening, 6 and 7:30. But again, because of the snow coming in, everything has been moved up to this time slot we are right now. By the way, the JV contest was won earlier by Crispus Attucks on a last-second shot. They knocked off Tech to win the JV City Championship, or at least we believe the city championship.
Yeah,
right?
and you think about when you watch a JV game, it's like, okay, these are the kids that we're going to be seeing in a year or 2, maybe even sooner. That game came right down to the wire. 3 seconds on the clock. Attucks drives it down, gets a bucket off the glass to send this one home. So expect 2 exciting down-to-the-wire games here this afternoon.
All right, we'll come back. We'll have the starting lineups tip-off coming up next right here on IndianaSRN.
In the spirit of sportsmanship, we ask that all fans.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
There you have the playing of the national anthem here at Tech High School, and we want to go to our public address announcer for today's starting lineups.
A 5'9" senior point guard, number 3, Ryman Coleman. A 6'4" senior wing, number 4, Tyson Woods. A 5'11" point guard, junior, number 21, Thomas McDonald. A 5'11" senior guard, number 23, Anthony Luca. And a 6'8" point forward junior, number 30, Devin Bolden. And now for Cathedral. A 6'1" junior, number 2, Skylar Rogers. A 6'2" junior, number 11, Brayden Miles. A 6' senior, number 13, Jillian Smith. A 6'3" senior, number 30, Keaton Aldridge. And a 6'5" sophomore, number 34, Jackson Delaney.
All right, there's starting lineups for tonight's matchup, and let's turn things back over to Tony Keys for this one.
Yeah, I think, when you're Cathedral, you want to get out to a quick start. Set the pace early, play your tempo, your style of basketball. Get up and down the court. Get guys like Romani Wells involved. 6 points on the season, but he had a big night a few nights ago. Obviously, Julian Smith. And when you have the coach's kid like Jackson Delaney in the starting lineup, he is your coach on the floor. As far as Cardinal Ritter goes, get Devin Bolden going here early and often. 21 points, 13 rebounds. He had a 40-20 game. 2 nights ago, he had 28 points, which got him over the 1,000-point mark on his career. So you want to establish him early. But I expect a fast tempo here in the first quarter. Cathedral's done a good job in their 11 wins of getting off to a good start and setting the pace early.
I want to remind you today's game is a production of IndianaSRN and the Indiana High School Athletic Association. Any use of audio or video without the express written permission of those two entities is strictly prohibited. Devin Bolden will jump it up in the middle. Against 34 Jackson Delaney, it'll be Ritter basketball, and we are underway in our first semifinal here on IndianaSRN.
Yeah, both teams very athletic. They're going to get in the passing lane, so you have to make those crisp passes down low right there, right off the bat. Bolden to the rack.
Bolden, a 21-13 guy, gets off to a good start, his first 2 of the night.
Yeah, we talked about back to the basket is when he's at his strength, and you saw it there. One power dribble off the glass.
Baseline drive, a lot of contact, in and out on the shot by Aldridge. They'll get it back as Aldridge the offensive board.
Talk about second chance opportunities, Troy, as something that's going to be a difference in this game. We see it here on the first possession for Cathedral on the offensive glass.
This is Miles. Contact once again against Aldridge. Makes him give up the basketball. The 3 is no good, and we'll head the other way.
Yeah, good look. Great extra pass. Stepped into the 3, just missed it. Again, you got to get your legs up underneath you, right? It's just past noon. Normally these kids are probably sitting in a study hall class.
15-footer is no good by Coleman. Or asleep.
Yeah. Julian Smith with the rebound there. He's quick, and he likes to push the tempo when he gets that defensive board, push in transition.
Good look here. Julian, as you mentioned, averaging 18 points per game. Off that high screen and roll. The runner in the lane, good.
Nice little floater. Great job there setting the screen, waiting for the screen to be set, then moving the basketball.
Tied at 2, and we have our first foul on Skylar Rogers.
We'll see how the referees play this, right? First couple possessions, chippy, back and forth. Now foul up top here. And obviously we're in the second year of these rules, and you don't want to get into a situation early in this game where you're fouling often and sending the opposition to the free throw line.
So Ritter basketball here in the opening minutes of game 1. A lot of quickness on the floor as you see Coleman looking down low, the lob pass, and what body control there by Bolden.
I mean, what a pass, but it's just so quick, right? Bolden grabs that out of the air and puts it right in off the glass. He's got the first 4 here for Ritter.
Back the other way, 3 is up. It is good by Rogers.
Yeah, great extra pass. It's the second time Cathedral has made that extra pass to find the open player. This time they knock it down from deep.
By the way, Rogers averaging 5, gets his first 3. Ritter basketball. Under 6 minutes. Pull-up shot on the way, good by Woods.
Yeah, nice job there by Woods. Pump fake, take the step in, make it a little bit more of a high percentage bucket, knocks it down.
Here's Aldridge down the lane, and a whistle and a foul before the shot. First foul on Ritter.
Yeah, I think on both sides defensively, let's take a look at that replay of that nice bucket from the mid-range there. Both teams a little bit, like I said, you got to get your feet underneath it. They're playing too much defense with their hands and their arms. That's going to lead to foul trouble early. Both teams have committed a foul in the last 2 possessions.
Ball knocked out of bounds. By the way, Tyson Woods picked up the foul for Ritter, his first. Rogers will inbound deep in the corner. They were double teaming Aldridge to make sure he didn't get the basketball off the inbound.
Yeah, wasn't much movement there from Cathedral on that inbound.
Straightaway shot is no good by Smith.
Yeah, you just see the body there going up with it. Bolden grabs the rebound, secures it.
So now Ritter. 6-5 your score here in the opening period of play. That is number 3, Ryland Coleman, averages 6 per game.
Little too much dribbling there.
A lot of contact off the drive, and the shot knocked out of bounds as McDowell can't get it to go.
Yeah, you got to get in your offensive set here if you're Ritter. You don't want to go through and rely on having to dish the basketball down low to Bolden. Set some screens, get some work, and it starts with the guy who has the basketball in his hand, Ryland Coleman. He had 14 the other night.
3 in the corner is long. Ritter will keep it on the offensive rebound by Anuka.
Yeah, Anuka's aggressive. He's one of those guys that doesn't show up as much in the box score, but he certainly is a spark plug on this team.
Yeah, the 6-foot senior averaging just 5 points per game.
Good patient set here by Ritter. Again, they're pushing Bolden outside the three-point line, right? Because his back to the basket on the block, he's going to score almost every time.
Yeah, on the introductions, they called him a point forward, so you know he'll go out there and shoot the basketball. Turnover, Ritter.
Yeah, hard to dribble into a triple team there.
Back there the way we go. Here's Julian Smith for 3, no good.
Great extra pass, but again, Bolden cleaning up the glass here for Ritter. And I think Ritter's game plan is let's slow it down. This is a Cathedral team that averages 75 points per contest. Let's slow it down. Let's play this game into the low 50s.
So Ritter basketball. Good look here. Coleman once again. Here's the 3 on the way. Good. That'll be Anuka.
Yeah, Anuka just sets the feet, squares the shoulders, and knocks it down. Both teams trading 3 balls here early in this first quarter.
And the Raiders lead it 9-5. Cathedral will bring in 3 new players. They will get a timeout as well.
30-second timeout. 30-second timeout.
We're going to keep it right here. Remind you that today's game is brought to you by Reynolds Farm Equipment, the leading equipment dealer serving farmers, homeowners, landscapers, and commercial contractors in Indiana. If you'd like more information, call 317-849-0810. And boy, the Raiders, they just come out. I think they just feel very loose about this one.
Yeah, great start. And I think it starts defensively. They've not allowed Cathedral to have second chance opportunities. They've only given up 1 rebound. Bolden's controlled the glass. And they decided to not go straight down low every time at Bolden. They've had patient sets. They made the extra pass, which has got them open. Obviously, the mid-range jumper on the pump fake and then the 3 ball to put them on a 5-0 run here to take a 4-point lead.
Braylon Pippins has checked in to the lineup now for Cathedral, and we've got a bump on the foul. They will get Tyson Woods, I believe, for number 2.
Yeah, a little hip check there as Aldridge went to the rack, averaging 18 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. He is a stat sheet stuffer.
Coming into the lineup will be Armani Wells. We mentioned Braylon Pippins, number 31, is checked in for the Fighting Irish. Aldridge may have gotten away with a shove there. The shot fake drive off the glass and good, Wells.
Yeah, nice job there by Wells. Didn't settle for the 3, drove to the cup, got around Bolden, who obviously down there at 6'6" is a rim protector, lays it in off the glass for a much-needed Cathedral bucket.
9-7 your score. Here's Coleman. That defense really extended beyond the 3-point line.
Yeah, a little bit too much dribbling here out of Coleman. I think you have to come up and set a screen. They seem a little bit one-sided. A little bit of a zone show here from the Irish.
Wade missed the shot. Put back good by Bolden. He has 6.
Yeah, Bolden, right place, right time. Ball falls right into his hands, and he easily lays it in.
Tristan Lloyd, wide open 3 in the corner is good.
Yeah, you got to get back on transition. I mean, we talk about basketball being a game of runs, and you see there on transition, you got to get back because Cathedral's going to knock down those 3s from deep. They've already hit 2.
Another 30-second timeout, this time by Ritter. Today's game brought to you by Beatty Insurance, a company that understands your industry and what's on the line for you. Give Lance a call at 812-522-5640. It kind of gives you an idea when you see that many timeouts this early. Again, only 2, but you kind of know they don't want this thing to get away either way.
Yeah, I think if you're Cathedral, you're going, all right, we're taking good shots, but we have to control Bolden offensively. He's got 3 buckets, and they're all within a foot of the basket. He's getting the basketball too deep under that block, and it's easy for him to score from there. There's a reason why he averages 21 points and 13 rebounds. I think offensively for the Raiders here, too much dribbling up top. Get in your set some screens, and don't rely on having to work inside out with Bolden.
Fighting Irish showing some pressure full court. It was very light pressure as Coleman on the dribble once again, something you just alluded to.
Yeah, just too much one-on-one basketball. And he gets the and one there on the bailout, but again, just too much one-on-one basketball. Set it up top, get some screens. You know, when you start relying on Ryland Coleman to go one-on-one, Cathedral is eventually going to win that battle.
Foul's going to be called on Tristan Lloyd. That'll be his first.
Talking about a game of runs here, Troy. It was Ritter on the run, which forced Cathedral to call a timeout. The Cathedral went on a run. Ritter takes a timeout. And then here right out of the timeout, Ritter gets the N1.
So now Ritter leads it by 4. The drive and might have been blocked there by Bolden as Ryan Gold can't get the shot, and the ball will stay here. Turnover by Ritter.
Bolden, got to keep that basketball above the shoulders. When you bring it down to the hip, that's when you're going to get a jump ball. It's when you're going to get it ripped away. Keep that basketball above the shoulders.
So with the possession arrow going over to Cathedral.
Great extra pass.
And that one in and out by Wells. Put back good by Aldridge.
Yeah, great job by Aldridge. Made the pass, missed the shot, got it right back on the rebound and puts it home.
So now it's down to a 2-point lead. Once again on the dribble is Coleman. The drive down the lane. Here is Angstman and loses it out of bounds, but I think we may have a foul call. Nope, they're going to say it is off of a Cathedral player.
Yeah, it's going to stay right here off the foot of Cathedral, but again, a great job there, not taking the long-distance 3, pump faking and driving to the lane.
By the way, Davier Angstman is checked into the lineup now for Ritter, a 6'5 junior, averages 3 per game.
Yeah, if you're going to pass that down low, you have to make a crisp pass and get it to the chest of Bolden. You throw that thing below his knees, it's going to get bounced around and turned over.
Bolden setting that high screen for Coleman. Coleman tries to feed it inside, and Bolden was there, but it was tipped out of bounds. It'll stay here with the Raiders.
Yeah, I get you want to play a possession game here, especially a Cathedral team, as we mentioned, that can explode for points. They averaged 75. They scored 81 the other night to beat Chittard, but just too late getting into these sets for Ritter. Too much dribbling around the perimeter.
McDowell on the drive, picking up the loose basketball is Bolden. He has 8 already.
Yeah, Bolden with 8 of the 16, and a great job there, right? You penetrated to the cup, made that extra pass to Bolden, who's going to finish it every time.
Cathedral sloppy with the basketball. They turn it over.
Got to look up. They do. It's stolen right back.
Ball loose on the
That's
floor.
A foul. Yep, great call right in front of him.
Ritter now with 3 turnovers. Cathedral has a turnover. Foul's going to be called against Cathedral. Take another look at this one.
Yeah, great job here. When you penetrate with the basketball and the defense collapses on you right there, when there's 3 players on you, Troy, somebody's open. And if it's Bolden, you're going to have an easy time finding him at 6'7". He scores 21 points per contest, already has 8 here in this first quarter.
Julian Smith, by the way, picked up the foul. That'll be the 3rd foul on Cathedral here in the opening period as we're coming up on 1 minute.
And if you're going to play slow here like this, yeah, you want to work it inside out and one again. Bolden showing the skills with the and one, and these are bunnies. These are back to the basket, turnaround, power dribble off the glass. He's got 10 points. All 10 have came within 2 feet of the rim.
You know what's impressive about that, Tony, is his body control.
Yeah, and knew felt where the defense was on his right hip, spins to the left, uses the body off the glass with the right hand.
So Bolden having one heck of an opening quarter.
Yeah, he's got 11, and he's silky, silky smooth.
7-point lead Fighting Irish basketball. Rogers in the lane, gets the touch.
Little friendly roll there off the glass. We'll see how Ritter plays this. They've been very slow to get into their sets. 50 seconds on the clock here in this first quarter. We'll see if they want to go quickly or if they want to maybe hold for that last shot. Easier to do it now with that foul, right at midcourt.
Yeah, Ryan Gold picks up his first.
If you're Ritter, it's exactly how you wanted it, right? You're off to a good start. You're playing at your tempo. You're getting Bolden involved. And now a foul, at midcourt with 48 seconds to go to put you in the penalty and the bonus.
You know what's hard to believe, and I know that Ritter's played a decent schedule, but when you look at the talent out there, and we're only in the first quarter, it's hard to believe they're under 500.
Yeah, and it takes a while, right? We were talking about this last week at the girls' tournament when Cathedral and Chittard were playing. It's like, okay, you have a couple weeks off right around Christmas and New Year's, and you're trying to get back into it. And January is in life in general, Troy, January is such a grinded-out month, especially in the high school basketball world.
So it will be Cathedral basketball down by 7.
Yeah, the athleticism here from the Raiders is really showing. That's a travel.
He got away with it, though, as Pippins will go to the line.
Kind of a bail out there. I thought he shuffled the feet before he went up. The both teams going to exchange free throws here in the final minute. I think with 34 seconds to go, Troy, if you're Ritter, you're content with, at the very least, if he makes both free throws, being up 5 going into the break. I think you hold for the last shot if you're Ritter.
Number 1 for Pippins is good. He averages 8 per game. Decent crowd has shown up, though. I'm sure it's still a little bit slim because of the cold weather today. Second free throw is good.
A little chilly out there, Troy.
Boy,
good thing for you live a mile away.
Yeah.
Your car won't even get warm by the time you get home. I think you hold here for the last shot. You got 25 on the clock. You don't want to give any momentum back to Cathedral after knocking down those 2 free throws. And you can see here Bolden's kind of wait until probably about 10 seconds on the clock before they try to get something in and around the rim.
Of course, the guard play, Coleman against Rogers out front.
Too much dribbling. Nobody's moving. There's 5 seconds on the clock. There we go.
Here's Coleman. Stops, and time runs out. They don't even get a shot.
Too much dribbling out of Coleman that entire first quarter.
We'll take a timeout, 21-16.
Hello and welcome to Game Day. My name is Keith Myers. I'm the Vice President of IndianaSRN. We're glad that you joined us today. If you'd like to see more content just like tonight, just hit the donate button. Every dollar that you donate will go right back into more games right here on IndianaSRN. This means more games for you. It's IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Your business depends on quality, efficiency, and reliability. At Reynolds Farm Equipment, we help you stay ahead with John Deere commercial mowers built for performance. Whether you're maintaining parks, businesses, or neighborhood lawns, you need equipment that works as hard as you do. With expert service, flexible financing, and the best lineup of mowers in the industry, Reynolds keeps your operation running strong. Reynolds Farm Equipment, your local John Deere dealer since 1955.
High school basketball in IndianaSRN brought to you by Boilermaker Local 374. They represent highly skilled, highly motivated workers in field construction and metal fabrication in Indiana. Whether it's a new build, upgrade, or facility maintenance, you can count on Local 374 to get the job done right the first time. Despite Ritter not finishing and executing at the end of the quarter, Tony, they got to be happy with that first period.
Yeah, I mean, when you get going early with Devin Bolden, who had 11 first quarter points there, you're going to get yourself off to a good start. Cathedral hasn't had much of an answer. Too much dribbling out of Coleman, I thought, in that first quarter. So we'll see if they run some offensive sets here, get some screens. That last possession, 26 on the clock, they kind of just stood around. Nobody moved till about 5 seconds. Then it became the rush possession. They didn't even get a shot off.
See, Cathedral stays in their man-to-man, though they're going to cheat with Bolden with the basketball.
And look at this ball movement. Leads to a wide-open shot.
Wade in the corner.
See what happens when you move the basketball? You're not dribbling. You're making that extra pass, leads to buckets like that. And the biggest lead of the afternoon at 8 for the Ritter Raiders.
Engstman picks up the foul. By the way, that's the first points on the board today by Wade. He averages 16.
Yeah, and it was a great shot. He obviously missed that first quarter three that he took, but there, steps into it, corner three. One of the hardest shots in basketball is a corner three when you're wide open, because you know you need to hit it, and the corner threes are always tough. But I like what I've seen here out of Cathedral with Aldridge. His third trip to the free throw line here early in this first half.
Lead at 7. You get a good look at Aldridge right there.
The lefty.
Yes.
And we got a friendly rim down here. That's 2 or 3 times that Cathedral's got the friendly roll going.
You have to like what they've done with the floor and everything here.
Beautiful, looks great. I'm sure it feels great on the knees of these players. It's the first thing that you notice when you walk into this gym. It absolutely pops, and it's really good to see, especially here at Tech. And you think about the history here. You know, Trey Lyles, who's played overseas, played 8 years in the NBA. Just the history that you have here, Landon Turner, those types of players, and to have this court, it looks great. I need a bigger Titan logo at half court.
They
though.
do.
Can we get a bigger Titan logo?
It's on
yes.
order.
Need some flames. Ooh.
Driving to the basket is Wade. He'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, nice drive there. He kind of hung in the air a little bit longer, which made the defender a little bit mistime the block. Ends up with a foul.
Foul's going to be called on number 13, Julian Smith. He has 2.
You got to be careful. If you're Smith, he's a guy that Cathedral needs on the floor. And another little friendly roll there. So both teams exchanging friendly rolls from the free throw line.
You'd love this gym, wouldn't you?
I'd love to shoot. It's bright. I love shooting in a bright gym.
Though word has it, second free throw is good. You would shoot it in any gym.
Yes. And as soon as I walk in the gym, I'm in range. Now, whether it goes in or not, that's a whole different story.
Foul is going to go on Angstman. He has 2. So he and Woods each have 2 on the other side. Smith and Gold have 2 each.
Yeah, you don't want to get in foul trouble here early because, you know, these are 2 teams that really don't go all that deep. 2 or 3 players off the bench minimum.
Left hand, almost getting it to go is Pippins.
But again, Bolden there, he just shows the size, goes straight up with it as a rim protector. A little bit of contact wasn't called, forces the miss.
Wade almost lost the basketball, able to get it back. Fadeaway shot, baseline good.
That's one of those don't shoot it, great shot, right? Not the most high percentage look when you're fading away, but he puts it in, nothing but net.
How about Aldridge back the other way? Shot was blocked. It was Angstman with a block. Here's a 3, and a deep 3 is no good.
That would have been a Cathedral timeout as quick as possible if that would have went down.
That was Ryland Coleman who missed the shot. So now they'll be fighting Irish basketball, and they turn it over.
Yeah, this defense from Ritter is causing havoc on Cathedral.
By the way, Bolden has been out quiet 2 minutes into the quarter. Got another foul call. This will go against Rogers, and he now has 2.
But Bolden's defensive presence, I mean, we saw it on the 2 possessions ago, straight up in the air, forced the miss, and in there again he gets the strip and the steal. So Bolden not only offensively with the 11 points here in his first half, but defensively he's making it hard for Cathedral to get anything around the rim.
So will be Ritter basketball with that foul. 3rd team foul now on Cathedral. Good look at Wade again. Wade very active. The kick out. Good ball movement to the baseline. Here's Coleman. See if they can get Bolden going again. The double team, and he loses it.
Yeah, and that's communication, right? When the double team comes, the point guard has to yell out doubles coming. They get a steal right back in transition.
3-on-2 break back the other way. Wade gets pushed from behind by Aldridge.
Yeah, just a split second behind on that decision to make that pass. If you make that about 1 step prior and it's a bounce pass, that's an easy layup possible and 1 opportunity. But again, when Bolden's double teamed in the corner like that, Coleman, Tyson Woods, you got to yell out double, double, double so he can kick it out to the wide open player.
Bolden once again to Coleman. Boy, he's in no man's land there.
Yeah, Coleman's it's been an iffy decision-making first half for him.
Today's game brought to you by Piper Logistics. For more than 2 decades, the seasoned professionals at Piper have been the trusted partners for inventory management, warehouse fulfillment, and transportation. That 3 is no good. For more information, call Piper 317-396-1023. Three from the corner, no good by Julian Smith.
Yeah, the ball's just not falling here. We're 3 minutes into the second quarter. Cathedral's only scored 2 points. They've scored 2 points in the last 4.5 minutes. They got to get down low. They need to get to the free throw line, get something. They need to see the ball go in because they're down 10 here in this first half.
Yeah, and Tony, only 2 free throws, as you mentioned.
Yeah, and you know, going into this game, you look at Cathedral at 11-3. Obviously, Bolden has been wreaking havoc defensively, but if you're Cathedral, you have to drive to the lane, let that defense collapse, and then make that extra pass to an open guy because they're going to come double team you, right? Bolden's going to come double team you. If you can dribble drive to the hoop and make that extra pass, Cathedral really needs to see one go in here. It's been over 4.5 minutes since they've scored a bucket.
Wade at the line. By the way, it was Bolden in quarter number 1. It's been Wade in quarter number 2.
Yeah, nice little balance here from Cardinal Ritter. As we talked about, Wade averaging 15 points, Bolden averaging 21. So 36 of the team's 64 points coming via those 2 players.
And all of a sudden, it's a 12-point lead.
Yeah, we'll see what Aldridge does here. Obviously, he's the scorer. You want to work through him.
Lloyd back to Aldridge. Aldridge spins to the baseline, has it stripped out of his hands, missed the shot, gets it to Lloyd in the corner, no good.
Wow, no foul there.
Yeah, there was a ton of contact off that rebound. Looked like Bolden got fouled, but no whistle.
Yeah, no foul there. Bolden's got a little Julius Randle in him, right? He can back you down. He's physical. He's a lefty, but they need to see one go down here.
Cathedral basketball here is Lloyd as we're down to 4:20 to go in the first half.
That's offensive.
Yep. That'll be Aldridge's second.
When you lower that shoulder before you put the basketball down, that's going to be called almost every time. Great call there right in front of the officials. Cathedral over their last 5 from downtown.
Wow. On a friendly side where the rim has been friendly at this end.
Yep. It's been corner threes, a couple have been forced. And if you're Ritter, you're thinking we got half a quarter here. We're up 12. Let's push this to 18 by half.
Well, a lot of people are very surprised by this halftime potential lead by Ritter. As you see Coleman on the dribble again.
Yeah, he's dribbling that basketball a lot, but here he makes the extra pass. And again, you know, quick decision making. When Coleman has the basketball, when he passes it, his teammates are going to the hoop. They are penetrating to the basketball, and they are getting to the hole. And it's led to either free throws or good looks from down low. As we mentioned, Bolden's got 11 points, 1 for the free throw line. The other 10 have came within 1 foot of the rim.
Yeah. By the way, that foul called on Miles, his second, in Cathedral in foul trouble. Several of their players in foul trouble as Wade misses the first. He's now 4 of 5 from the line. Pippins comes out of the lineup now for the Fighting Irish, and they just cannot find any offense in this second quarter.
Yeah, you got 3:46 before this one really gets out of hand. It's at 13 right now, and Coach Delaney going to get a much-needed substitution here. Sorry, it'll be Ritter that subs.
Yeah, Nuka coming back in. You see Coach right there, and
let's see what Cathedral can do with Aldridge on the bench, right? They're with Aldridge with the basketball here, their leading scorer.
Here's Lloyd, wide open 3, and they needed it.
He missed his last 3. They've been good looks. They just haven't fallen. Good to see one go down there as Cathedral scores just their 5th point of the quarter.
Lloyd now has 6. He averages 5. Coleman again.
5 seconds.
A 5-second call. That'll be a turnover, and you talked about it all night long.
Yeah, and Coach Delaney right in front of us said, look, all he's going to do is dribble. Let's trap him in the corner. Let's trap him with the out-of-bounds line, and he gets a 5-second call.
Timeout on the floor, 31-21.
Ritter, full timeout.
IndianaSRN wants to put more kids on TV. And honestly, that's exactly what these kids deserve. They stream more than 350 high school and college games every year, giving Indiana athletes the spotlight they've earned. All games are free to watch with On Demand on their YouTube channel. The cost is amazingly affordable, which means more kids get their moment to shine. IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
High school basketball brought to you by Dynamark Graphics Group. If you're looking to elevate your brand, make sure you choose Dynamark. They've been serving Indianapolis for over 50 years. Give them a call, 317-328-2555. Here's a three by Lloyd straightaway short, and we have a rebounding foul. Looks like it'll be on Ritter.
Lloyd's 1 of 6 from downtown, but they've been good looks. That was a great look. Coming out of the set, coming out of the timeout, you run that back screen to get him open. Another second chance opportunity here after the foul.
Bolden just picked up number 2. Well, that could be an issue for both these teams in the second half. Floater in the lane is no good as Cathedral comes up empty. That was Julian Smith able to get it back and put it in is Aldridge.
Great hustle, great hustle. The triple team came, dished it off, didn't get the bucket, offensive rebound, and then the extra pass right there, and Aldridge lays it in.
And all of a sudden, it's back to an 8-point lead.
Yeah, you just get a sense that Cathedral's going to finish this quarter on a run here.
Short on the shot is Woods.
It's a 5-0 run since it was 31-18. And I believe we're going to have free throws here, and that's 3 on him. Sorry, just the 4th team foul on Ritter.
Yeah, you're right. Tyson Woods has 3 fouls, and it looks like he's going to come out next. Dead ball as Angstman will come in. And I think they may have gotten Coleman easily. Got a little handsy, didn't he?
Yep. So I think free throws the rest of the way for both squads with 2:39 to go. Cathedral on a 5-0 run.
I didn't see that they called a foul there.
Yeah, they're looking. It was definitely on Coleman. Whatever they called it was on Coleman.
Coleman would have just picked up his first. It will be Fighting Irish basketball as we're down to close to 2.5.
Work through Aldridge here. A little bit of a zone defensively, and that's going to lead to some open looks from downtown. Cathedral's had the looks, Troy. They just haven't been able to knock them down. They're 1 of 8 from downtown. Sorry, 2 of 8.
Yeah, that's Armani Wells who couldn't connect. The drive, and what a shot there by Wade.
Yeah, great job by Wade. It was the hesitation. He saw the defender slide over to take the charge. He says, nope, I'm just going to do a little hezzy and put it in.
The double team down low. The kick now to Lloyd for 3. Missed another one.
Yeah, great block out. Unfortunately, did not get the rebound. And it's been troublesome here for Lloyd. 1 of 6 from downtown.
So you saw the block out there by McDowell. The thing is, he blocks, he does his job, and then they still get the ball back.
Yeah, usually when you block out of that ball takes a bounce in front of you, you're able to grab it. Took a different bounce the other way, and another second chance opportunity. Aldridge back to the free throw line. Seems like he's lived there here in this first half.
Anuka picks up the foul. Aldridge, 3 of 3 from the line.
He's got a little Julius Randle in him. Maybe that's why he wears number 30.
Maybe.
Second free throw, no good. So under 2 minutes, Troy, we talk about closing quarters, closing halves. It was Ritter that closed out that first quarter. Can Cathedral answer and cut this game within a couple possessions before you get to halftime?
Aldridge working down low against Bolden. Pair of 30s going at each other as you see Wade with the basketball. But you're right, they just have not gotten to Bolden as much as they did in the first half, or I should say first quarter.
You kind of see the body language from Bolden there. He's waiting, he's waiting, he's waiting. Is he going to set the screen? Coleman just keeps dribbling the basketball.
Lloyd for 3, no.
He's 1 of 7 from distance. But a
Aldridge
great job there by
rebound.
Aldridge. Yes, great second chance opportunity there. And once again, we just mentioned Aldridge back to the free throw line. But again, we're getting back into this Coleman dribbling the basketball a little bit too much. And Bolden even came up, and you saw his body language. Do you want me to set the screen? What do you want me to do? Yeah. They've completely gone away from Bolden here offensively.
Fouls on Anuka, his second. Boy, one thing about Aldridge, too, he's not really tall, but he's just so big.
Yes. And you've seen that too. He's had a couple of blockouts for offensive rebounds. He's been able to really keep Bolden at bay here in this second quarter after Bolden went for 11 in the first.
Second free throw is missed. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ritter. Looks like it might have been Bolden.
Minute 10 on the clock here. We talked about this mini run that Cathedral is on. It's a 6-2 run after Ritter pushed it to 31-18.
Today's game brought to you by Risk Work. We make people feel safe, protecting your business. Like more information on Risk Work, give them a call, 317-379-6755.
Yeah, they're double teaming Aldridge. He needs to make quick decisions, find the open man, or penetrate to the hoop. As you see here with this little bit of it's like a 2-3 man, right? When they collapse the basketball and Aldridge has it, they go for the double team, and he takes it right to the rim.
Aldridge, after missing 2 free throws, comes back with a big bucket right there.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about how wide he is, and you saw it there. Power dribble spin, he's at the hoop, easily lays it up the glass. We'll see once again as Ritter hold for the last shot here with 30 seconds on the board.
Well, there's Coleman. I don't really need to say much, do I?
No, it's just it's dribble central.
Miles playing good defense.
Yeah, it's a great point. I was just going to say Cathedral's done a great job of denying Bolden the basketball down low. They pushed him outside of the paint.
This time it's Armani Wells, and
turnover.
We got a turnover by Ritter. And that's your point.
Too much dribbling. You know, I understand you want to hold for the last shot of the second quarter. I'm okay with that, but move the basketball. There's Coleman this entire game has just done way too much dribbling, and there's been no movement. There's been no down screen sets. There's been no ball movement, and Cathedral's got into the passing lanes and forced turnovers.
When you really felt that momentum switching, haven't you?
Yeah. Cut it to 7 after trailing by 13. Got to get a bucket off. Oh, bailed out.
Oh, my.
You don't want to foul. He just kind of threw it up. Didn't really know how much time was left on the clock. And once again, he'll go to the free throw line, does Aldridge, where he has lived at in this first half. It's really, Troy, it's what's kept him in the game.
Oh, yeah. And Anuka just by that foul made his third. So he's in big foul trouble.
Yeah, at that point, you got to know what the clock is, and you risk him hitting a bucket with 2 seconds to go, throwing something up sporadically, then to foul him, bail him out, and put him on the free throw line.
Well, this game has changed dramatically over the last couple of minutes. Second free throw, no good. Offensive rebound short by Smith.
Got it.
And is going to count. Aldridge, they count it?
They called it off. Wow.
So no basket to finish out the half for Aldridge. But, Tony, this thing didn't look anything 33-27 for sure.
Yeah, it was 31-18, so that's a 9-2 run that Cathedral ends the second quarter run. It was a lot of Aldridge from the free throw line, and you saw there, although the basket didn't count, they've had multiple second chance opportunities in that second quarter, which is what has got this back to, a 6-point game of 33-27 at recess.
Okay, we'll take a timeout. Keith has a special guest. Raiders lead at 33-27.
Thank you, sir. You're welcome.
Jerry.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with the blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there, it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
Yeah, I like Ritter on the run here. Don't allow Cathedral second chance opportunities. Grab that rebound and go, because we get right back into where we were in the first half. Too much Coleman dribbling.
Well, that's exactly what we saw in quarters 1 and 2, and Coleman continues to dribble.
And you got Bolden just standing in the corner as Coleman finally kicks it out.
Here's a three missed by McDowell, and they're one and done.
Yeah, I think every possession from here on out, if you're Ritter, Bolden has to touch the basketball in the post.
Aldridge ran into Miles. Well, I got to ask you see Aldridge drive and feed, and then the ball loose on the floor. I got to ask you, what is then the thought process for Ritter? What is it about the offense that they do so much to Coleman and nothing else?
Well, you've got Bolden standing on the three-point line in the corner. Doesn't need to be there. Work it inside to him. Even if you penetrate to the basket and kick it to him or make that extra pass, when you're dribbling out here, the defense can just come up, double team you, and it forces you to make a quick decision. And Coleman's turned the ball over way too much for those quick decisions.
Well, and the other thing, too, is if you're an easy guard if everybody's just standing there.
Yeah, I mean, you're just dribbling up top, three-point line extended. I mean, the defense just kind of sits, waits, and can come and double team you, as we've seen. They've done a great job, Cathedral has, of denying the basketball down low to Bolden. But there he is. I mean, he's right there. Just too much dribbling out of Coleman.
Boy, they almost dribbled into no man's land again. By the way, that last foul was called on Miles.
There we go. Boom.
There you go.
Look what happens, Troy.
Yep.
Look what happens when you throw the basketball down to Bolden on the block. He scores. That's his first bucket since the first quarter.
Now has 13. Wide open is Miles. His shot no good. Aldridge another offensive rebound.
You just see the body of Aldridge. Unfortunately, he turns the basketball over there. But as he dribbles down the lane, his body clears out two defenders. He kicks it over to the open teammate who missed the bucket, but then he gets the offensive rebound. He's wide down low. That's why he averages over 5 offensive rebounds a game.
So now Ritter with the basketball, leading it 35-27. There's Bolden, the double team. Ball loose on the floor, the last to touch it.
I think it's off red.
Yep, it's going to be a turnover.
Yep, off of Ritter. And again, 35-27. It's been a slow start for both teams here in this second quarter, or the second half. But full court pressure coming here from Ritter. And Aldridge can do it all. As you see here, he's going to bring up the basketball.
Miles out of the lineup. Lloyd back in for the Fighting Irish. Miles has 3 fouls. He'll pass up the shot. Here's Rogers. Bad pass inside. They'll keep it. Rogers will find Lloyd.
Short
3, no good. And there's a rebound by Bolden. Taken away by Aldridge. Basket good, and he'll go to the line.
I mean, we've talked about it this entire broadcast, Troy. Just his size down low. He plants those feet. That's his 5th offensive rebound. This is his 3rd chance at an and one. He has definitely been the difference here this afternoon for Cathedral, and it's exactly what you'd expect from a guy who averages 18 points, 8 rebounds, and a very impressive 5 assists per game. You see that because the basketball's in his hand a lot.
But he's also missed 4 out of his last 5 free throws.
Yep. Got to make those free throws, especially when you're trailing by 6. That's really the difference in this ball game right now, is just making your free throws. And we talked about that, right? Talked about the beginning of the game. Fundamental basketball, making that extra pass. Don't allow the opposition offensive second chance opportunities, and make your free throws.
Ritter basketball after that foul called on Pippins, his first.
Coleman gets away with a carry here.
Coleman down the lane, feeds it off. Woods, the kick out, the shot good by Anuka for 3.
When they get the ball moving, Troy, when it gets moving, not via the dribble, via the pass, they've been able to step into some open shots, and right there from distance, the 3, much needed for Ritter.
Yeah, they're a much different team as you see Julian Smith back the other way.
Yeah, this pace, you feel, Troy, is starting to pick up a little bit more, which I believe favors Cathedral.
Back to a 7-point lead. Rylan Coleman with a basketball.
Dribble, dribble, dribble.
15-footer, good.
I like it. Dribble. He at least dribbled, penetrated inside of the three-point line, and dribbled himself into a good shot.
Aldridge down on the block, goes opposite. Rogers for 3, no good.
Man, the shot didn't go, Troy, but Aldridge sees the court so well. Second chance opportunity. The Irish now with 11 offensive rebounds and a 30-second timeout to Ritter.
Want to remind you today's game brought to you in part by Officially Human. Their mission is to restore respect for game officials and recognize them as authorities on the field and the court. So make sure you do your part. Practice good sportsmanship. No officials, no games. Well, the one thing you don't want to do if your Raiders give up that offensive rebound and the guy who just shot the three who missed it, you gave him another look from the same spot.
Yeah, if you're playing for Cathedral or any varsity level and you get two wide open looks, you're going to knock down at least one of them. They do that from distance. It's been all Aldridge, though. That opportunity came because of the vision that Aldridge had down low to make that first pass, and then he clears out the lane, offensive rebound, kick out for three. Second chance opportunities, big time here for Cathedral. Defensively, Ritter's going to have to control the glass, which is what they did in the first quarter that pushed that lead. But now we've seen 11 offensive rebounds from Cathedral.
Now 6-point lead after the 32nd timeout. Semifinal game one. We'll follow this one up with our second game of Cecina and Crispus Attucks.
There's just no offensive rhythm here. Nobody knows what to do because Coleman's just dribbling around. They've gone away from Bolden, and it's one-on-one basketball. Now he's been able to score the last two possessions, so it kind of takes that away. But there's nobody moving offensively here for Ritter.
Yeah, a lot of standing around despite getting his second bucket of the quarter. Here's Aldridge. Splits the double team and a foul.
Look, you just can't teach that. Aldridge back to the basket. He feels that double team coming, and he kicks out of it as we get a look here at that floater again by Coleman. But Aldridge, he's not going to get an assist there. He's not going to get a bucket. His teammate is going to the free throw line. But he just feels that double team coming and knows when to find the open man.
By the way, Anuka just picked up his fourth. Pippin's now 3 of 3 from the line. So Anuka heads to the bench with 6 points and again 4 fouls. Second free throw by Pippins.
Almost feels like Cathedral's lived at the free throw line here the last 2 quarters.
Down to 6.
Haven't really cut into that halftime deficit too much, but you just feel like Cathedral's playing the better basketball offensively.
Here's Coleman again. High screen by Bolden.
But when the double team comes, that's when Coleman's got to get rid of the basketball. And Bolden sets the screen, rolls to the rim. He's 6'6". He's averaging 21 points and 13 rebounds. Throw the basketball up to him and allow him to make a play at the rim. I'm getting excited.
Yeah, I saw the roll as well, and nothing there.
Just throw it up to him. Throw it up to him. Let him go to work. And he hasn't been able to go to work with his back to the basket since the first quarter. So give credit to Cathedral defensively for making that adjustment.
By the way, Coleman picked up the foul. I had him for 2. The scoreboard says 1.
He'd rather have the 1.
Yeah, he would rather have the
the 1.
Good look here at Smith. 3 straight away is no good by Rogers. Offensive rebound, put back no by Aldridge. They'll get it again. Inside and a whistle and a foul sends Pippin back to the line.
That's all Aldridge. I mean, just the clear out. He's right underneath the basket. Another offensive rebound for Cathedral and a second chance opportunity, this time again coming via the free throw line, but all set up by Keaton Aldridge, just clearing space out. And he had 2 defenders around him, but he was the first on the ball, tipped it, got it to a teammate.
Yeah, just strong kid.
He definitely has a size advantage. And, I mean, defensively, he's taken the reins and not allowed Devin Bolden to take over this game. We thought in that first quarter when Bolden went for 11 that he was going to go for 30-plus. Only has 2 points since that first quarter.
And guess what? He also has 4 fouls now.
And he's going to take a little bit of a breather here. So this is an opportunity, I think, for Cathedral to end the final 3 minutes with Bolden on the bench, go on a little bit of a run here and try to get us within 1 possession heading into the fourth quarter.
Kevin Sanders back in the lineup for Ritter. Second free throw, got a nice high bounce.
Yeah, you need that, right? I mean, this is a Cathedral team it's been hit or miss from the free throw line. And if you shoot about 80% from the free throw line, although they're 69% on the season, this game's a little bit tighter. Maybe even you have the lead because they've missed, what, Troy, 6 free throws?
I'll count them. Wade, turnaround shot on the way, good.
Yep, great decision-making there. Wade stops, spins away from the defender, gets a good mid-range jumper. Great pass.
And a foul.
I mean, and you see Aldridge is more excited about that dish than he is about any bucket he's had all night. He's an absolute team player, and what great court vision here. I mean, just an absolute dime.
Coleman picked up number 2, and that'll send Pippins to the line. He is a perfect 6 of 6.
Jinx.
Sorry.
Way to go, Troy.
You can always count on me.
But again, closing this quarter out for Cathedral. You've got it within 4. Can you get within 2, or maybe even tie it heading into this start of the fourth quarter with 2:18 on the board?
Julian Smith just picked up his 3rd, and we're seeing a lot of players going to go into that fourth quarter with 3 and 4 fouls.
Yeah, you're going to have to defend without fouling here. Great look, should have taken that.
Yeah, that was wide open, wasn't it?
Got to take it. Sometimes you don't realize how wide open you are. Travel. Great defense. And again, it's Aldridge. Aldridge comes over in the double team, and you see him, and you're going, oh, boy, I got to get rid of this thing. You shuffle the feet for a travel. Another turnover.
I bet you would have passed it up.
No, I would have went right up. I would have shot it from the Titan logo.
You do have a reputation of being quite a dark hole.
Can knock it down.
Yeah. Today's game brought to you by Family Source Insurance. Pat Cherry, your independent agent representing Ohio Mutual Insurance. Give him a call, and there's another basket and another assist by Aldridge.
You got Bolden sitting on the bench at Cathedral taking advantage by working the basketball down low. Great play there, great team basketball, and right back to the free throw line goes Pippins.
By the way, more information on Family Source Insurance. Give them a call, 317-894-7000. Timeout on the floor. It's a 2-point lead.
At Risk Work, we're Team Indiana through and through, from coaching youth basketball to protecting critical infrastructure. Like our partners at IndianaSRN, we invest in people first. That same grit and leadership on the court drives our work in cybersecurity. We help businesses stay secure, resilient, and ready with no guesswork. If you can trust us to protect the grid, you can surely trust us to protect your Indiana business.
It's game day, a time to focus on the excitement and not to worry about your insurance coverage. With Indiana Farmers Insurance by your side, you can step onto the field or into the bleachers with true peace of mind, knowing your coverage is handled by local agents who care about your business, your auto, your home, and your farm as much as you do. Local insurance, local agents, here for you. Now that's what we call teamwork.
High school basketball brought to you by Aspen Creek Grill. If you're looking for fresh, amazing food and servers who truly care about your experience, check out Aspen Creek Grill.
We should send Keith there now. He could bring us food by halftime of the second game.
There you go.
Have Jerry give him the card and bring us back some burgers. Again, Cathedral living at the free throw line. They haven't been able to convert. I think they're shooting about 60% from the free throw line. But again, here an and one opportunity to finish it off. And here we are, Troy, back to a 1-point game.
Yeah, Aldridge and Pippins, they have lived at the line. In fact, they're the only players that have been to the free throw line for the Fighting Irish.
It's a 25-13 extended run since about the 4-minute mark of that second quarter.
Coleman off the drive. One thing about the Cathedral defense, they've defended him pretty well.
Yeah. And Bolden sitting on the bench with those 3 fouls right now, and he's probably going to sit out the remainder of the quarter.
Wade kicked it down to Sanders. Sanders, by the way, only averages a point a game, so he's not an offensive threat.
And again, look at this offense. Just too much standing around. Nobody's moving. Nobody's setting screens. Everybody's standing around. Too much one-on-one basketball. They become one-dimensional here offensively, and then here comes a double team. Cathedral's done a great job of adjustments here defensively in this second half.
You could even play defense this way.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I love to stand around. Kind of what they're doing. Look at Aldridge. Aldridge going, whatever. What are you guys going to do? Come down inside? We've completely taken that away from you. Minutes gone off the clock in this possession. And it leads to a turnover.
Yep.
They're going to go right at him.
10 turnovers and a foul the other way on McDowell.
You know, I don't mind the dribbling if you're getting something off of that dribble. Are you getting into the paint? Are you getting to the free throw line extended to make an extra pass to find a teammate if that double team comes? They're just dribbling around between midcourt and the three-point line, and it's led to turnovers. It's led to forced shots. And here we are again on transition. Cathedral going right back to the free throw line. If they make their free throws, they'd be up 6, Troy, but this one could tie it.
He has missed 7 free throws.
It's not the only bad thing we could say about Aldridge is the free throw percentage.
Hit his first 3 and has struggled since, but he gets number 2.
All tied at 44. The last possession for Ritter was 1 minute and 12 seconds, and they turned the basketball over. Let's see how they finish this last minute.
And you see the trap now by the Fighting Irish. Almost a turnover. Ball loose.
That's off Ritter.
Yep. Off the drive, that was Angstman, and he turns it over.
There's no flow offensively for Cardinal Ritter. They're a good basketball team. If they were to run some sets, even, I'm old, I'm out of shape. We run and pick up basketball, just down screen, screen away, down screen, screen away. You'd be able to have some buckets, but there's just no offensive rhythm here for Ritter. And they got off to that hot start where they were making buckets. They got Bolden going, but Bolden, who's on the bench and will be for the remainder of this quarter, he's been silent since those 11 points in the first quarter.
And he'll be a defensive liability in the fourth quarter if you put him in because he didn't want to pick up number 5.
And if I'm Cathedral, as soon as he checks into the game, Aldridge, back him down, give him the basketball.
Wide open.
Look.
Got it. Gold, his first bucket of the day. And all of a sudden, Cathedral leads it by 3.
They lead the quarter 20-11.
That'll put Wade at the line. Only 2 points so far in the second half.
Yeah. Ritter has scored 2 points in the last 4.5 minutes.
There you saw the wide open shot by Ryan Gold.
With 6 minutes to go in this quarter, it was 38-32 in favor of Ritter. They finally see one go in from the free throw line. In for a good one. In for a good fourth quarter, though, Troy. That's all you can ask for if you're a broadcaster.
You're right. By the way, Wade now with 15 points, make it 16.
And I like the basketball in his hand. Coleman's a little bit too much dribbling. Let Wade penetrate. Great steal here by Coleman. Great extra pass for a bucket and a quick 4-0 run to end the quarter.
Wade with the bucket at the buzzer, and it's going to be off the mark. We head to the fourth, 48-47.
This is LifeWise Academy. It's a program that teaches Bible-based character education to public school students during school hours. Not before school and not after, but during school hours.
So here's how this works. The students will leave this school building, hop on this bus, take a short ride across the street to the church. I can see the steeple from here, have Bible class, hop back on the bus, head back to school. It's that simple.
Go to lifewise.org to find your school.
During Army basic training, I found out I had 7 herniated discs. Prescription pain medication led me to a heroin addiction. I entered Wheeler's program and learned life on God's terms. After meeting Greg, I was so impressed, I hired him. When you change that one life, it makes it all worthwhile. Now, I have a family, house, and a job that I love. At Wheeler, you can have something everlasting.
Let me get right on that.
Back here at Tech High School, today's game brought to you by Wheeler Mission. For 131 years, Wheeler Mission has been a pillar in the Indianapolis community, providing help, hope, and healing to people in need. If you'd like more information, call 317-686-6239. Tony, 1-point game here in the fourth.
Yeah, and Ritter starting the fourth quarter with Bolden still on the bench in foul trouble. 11 points in the first quarter. He's only scored twice since. A little bit of a defensive adjustment here from Ritter.
This is Aldridge. Almost lost it, does. Second straight turnover. Wade back the other way, has a shot blocked.
But a foul call. I think it was with the body. It was with the body. It was a clean block up top, but he got him with the body. And aggressive here is Ritter. They obviously had that turnover right at the end of the quarter that's led to a bucket. And then here all the way to the cup goes Wade. If Ritter's going to win this, it's going to be on the shoulders of Wade, who's averaging 15 points a game.
Hits the first of 2. By the way, that foul on Ryan Gold, that will be his third.
So the foul starting to stack up on both sides.
The free throw's good by Wade. Raiders lead it by 3.
A little bit of a matchup zone here from Ritter. Aldridge carried it.
Yep.
Yep.
That is 3 straight turnovers now by the Fighting Irish.
Yep. It's a great call. Now Ritter trying to steal back a little bit of momentum. Cathedral took the lead. Since then, it's been a 6-0 extended run.
Raiders have won 3 straight, hoping to keep the momentum going to a championship game either Monday or Tuesday. Wade down the lane, and a whistle and a blocking foul call. I'm not sure if it was Pippins or someone else. We wait and see.
It was a good call. It can be as clean up top on the ball as can be, but if you get him with the body to slow him up, it's a foul. It's a great call.
Yeah, Pippins, by the way, just picked up his 3rd.
And what did we just talk about? Wade is going to have to take over this basketball game. He's dribbling the basketball over half court. He is in possession of the ball. He's not giving it to Coleman, who's kind of just dribbles himself into the abyss. It's been all Wade here, and it's now, if this goes in, it's a 7-0 run.
That's only the 2nd miss from the line by Wade. Aldridge down the lane scoring.
Yeah, great job to close it. Oh, tripped over the ball. Nice bucket there, though, to go up, score, and use that body. Start getting a sense here. It's going to come down to who doesn't turn over the basketball and who can make their free throws.
Wade driving, strong shot blocked by Pippin.
Man, and he was challenged. Pippin says you got to come up and score. I'm going to make it difficult. Swats that thing into the 2nd row.
Rogers in, Lloyd out. You just talked about that a little bit ago. That ball, that could have been easily a turnover.
Yeah, and it's decision making. Nice inbound play here. Just couldn't finish it.
Boy, you got to finish those. McDowell can't get it to go. Oh. Back the other way, Rogers.
Rogers hangs, makes the adjustment midair, and puts it in with the left hand.
Tied at 51.
Yeah, the intensity is picking up.
Coleman on the drive, blocked from behind by Gold. Back the other way, Rogers, and a foul call.
Yep. Get a little chippy. But look, we talked about him. Great job there by Coleman.
Yeah.
As soon as the basketball's in his hand, he's driving to the rim. Drive to the rim instead of dribbling around and your teammates are standing around. Did a great job there of just making a decision. Yeah, he missed the shot, probably was fouled, didn't get the foul, but at least he took it to the dribble drive and got a good look.
Chance to take the lead. Rogers in double digits now. Gets another one.
Both teams making a living here at the free throw line in this 4th quarter.
Gold out, Miles in for the Fighting Irish. 2nd free throw is good. There are a lot of left-handers out here.
Lefties, baby. More and more.
Coleman will find Wade.
Yeah, great job of breaking that pressure. Great extra pass. Probably wishes he had it back or he threw it a second sooner.
Almost off the hands of Sanders.
Yeah, I think the message here for Ritter is let's break this pressure. Let's break this pressure. Oh.
I think Wade just slipped to the
floor.
floor.
Didn't really have his footing there when the ball was inbounded. And again, we still see Bolden on the bench here for Ritter.
Gold is back in. Yeah, what time did he bring him in? 4?
Yeah. I think you see, if it stays like this and it stays the 1-possession game, probably 4. But if Cathedral pushes this to 6 or 7 in the next minute or so.
Oh, another turnover.
It's a foul. And I believe it's on Pippins.
You know, one thing about that pass by Aldridge, it was a good pass. Pippins needs to have his hands ready.
There's your answer. Bolden checking into the game.
Came in a little early. They're going to try to.
And again, what did I say? When Cathedral has the basketball offensively, you give it to Aldridge, back to the basket, or whoever Bolden is guarding, you go after him. You attack him.
This is Coleman.
And here's a double team. No communication. You know, you dribble to the corner where they had out of bounds line. There you go, right to him.
Aldridge reverse layup, missed it. Rebound Bolden.
And Bolden makes an impact as soon as he checks in the game. I'm going right to him offensively too.
Here's Wade, the high screen. And a whistle and a foul on the floor.
If you're Ritter, you got to keep the basketball in your top two players' hands. That's Wade and Bolden. Let them run a one-man game where you screen and you roll.
So now it'll be Ritter basketball, leading it, trailing it by 2.
Well, the double team's going to come. There it is. Swing the basketball. Pump, fake, and drive. Pump, fake, and drive.
Wade will kick it back to Coleman. Swings it left to Angstman. His shot's off the mark. And an offensive rebound by McDowell. Inside to Bolden. We have a jump ball.
Not the shot you want. It was a good look. Probably not the player you want taking it. But again, I think the best opportunity offensively for Ritter is Wade drive and either go to the basket or when that defense collapse, dish it over to Bolden.
By the way, Bolden just 13 points, though he started out with 11 in the opening quarter. He's way off sync now, too.
Yeah.
Knocked out of bounds by the Irish. You know, and when you're an offensive player, Tony, if you're in rhythm, everything's great. When you get out of rhythm, it takes a while to get back in.
And Bolden seems uncomfortable outside of the blocks, right? He's not sure what to do with the basketball, but when he gets down low under the blocks, he can make things happen. But when he's out here in no man's land, he's not sure what to do.
Pippins better be careful. He has 4.
It's a good opportunity here if I'm ready to take a timeout. You're kind of in disarray. You're down 2. We're going to have a little ticky-tack foul here.
They got Miles for number 4. So Miles has 4. Pippins has 4. On the other side, Anuka and Bolden each have 4.
And look at the foul differential in this quarter. That's already 5 on Cathedral. The Raiders with just 1. So Cardinal Ritter going to the free throw line for the remaining 4:36 of this contest.
Coleman is a perfect 4 of 4 from the line.
You know, we talked about it too, Troy. It was a great point you made. No matter what the records are on these teams, they're going to come down to the wire. And here we are again. You know, I think everybody walking to the gym maybe thought Cathedral would win this by 10-plus points. But Ritter has made it a game. They've really been in the lead most of this game.
Yeah. Second free throw missed. Rogers on the drive, layup good.
All the way to the cup. He got around Coleman. Coleman tried to tap it out from behind. But a nice bucket there and a nice answer.
Irish lead it by 3.
Bolden out of the game.
Yes. Going to try to play that offense-defense with him.
Travel.
Ball loose in the lane, turnover, and it goes out of bounds, and it's going to go over to the Fighting Irish.
I think that was the right call. It's a nice job here on that dribble drive on that last bucket by Rogers.
Well, Bolden was ready to come back in, and then they set him back down. Foul call here.
Sold that one a little bit, but you'll take it.
Tyson Woods just picked up his 4th.
Woods, his 4th.
Yeah, they're trying to hold Bolden and play offense-defense here.
Yep.
They need him.
And Cathedral's done a great job. The biggest adjustment of this game, Troy, has been Cathedral defensively not allowing Bolden to get the ball down low and pushing him out of the paint and making him work around the perimeter.
Irish continue to lead it by 3. Here's a deep 3 on the way. Good by Julian Smith.
I'd take a timeout here. I think a timeout here if I'm Ritter. Yep. Starting to slip away from you a little bit. Down 6.
There is a timeout on the floor, and we are waiting to see if it is a full or a 30.
Looks like it's
going to be a full timeout. 6-point lead.
Fans, are you ready to get even closer to all the action with IndianaSRN? Subscribe now and never miss a moment. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and get instant access to exclusive live streams. Stay updated with real-time scores and breaking news by following us on Twitter, your ultimate source for everything Indiana sports related. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube and smash that follow on Twitter. Join the IndianaSRN family today and take your passion for high school and college sports to the next level.
Countdown 3, 2, 1.
High school basketball brought to you by LifeWise Academy. Their programs support educators and communities by improving student outcomes. If you'd like more information on LifeWise Academy, give them a call, 614-367-5767. Good timeout right there by Ritter.
Yeah, they needed it. And look, this is a Ritter team. This is a microcosm for their season. 4 of their 8 losses are by 5 points or less. So that's 1-2 possession type games, giving free throws right back in the same position they've been in. They've lost half of their games by 5 points or less. Where are we at right now? 58-52.
Wade for 3.
Boom. Oh, that would have been huge.
Boy, and how about Julian Smith, high for the rebound.
Yeah, now you just slow it down if you're Cathedral. The clock is your friend. Keep the basketball in Aldridge's hand, your best player. Show a patient set here. Get a high percentage look.
That is Aldridge out front against Anuka, who has to play a little conservative because he's playing with 4 fouls.
Yep, you just let Aldridge kind of control the tempo here. Work this clock under 2:30, really. And obviously you're 3 fouls away, so Ritter's going to have to foul a few times. Got away with the travel.
Oh,
and
my.
Stolen. Yeah, you just didn't need that. You didn't need to be that aggressive. Great.
Anuka feeds underneath and turnover the other way.
Great extra pass, just a second too late. Nice spin move. Don't need it.
Wide open
it.
Smith.
But you'll take it. But you'll take it.
He's like, I learned that from Tony in the pregame.
Yep. And a quick turnover again, and it's unraveling here for the Ritter Raiders.
Tony, they've turned it over 16 times.
Yeah, right around their average, really. This is a team that, again, we just mentioned it. 4 of their 8 losses.
We'll take a timeout, lead by 9.
A great lawn starts with the right equipment. At Reynolds Farm Equipment, we're here to help you make mowing easier and more enjoyable. From zero turns to lawn tractors, John Deere mowers give you the power, precision, and comfort to get the job done right. Plus, with expert service and support from Reynolds, you can spend less time worrying about your mower and more time enjoying the results. Reynolds Farm Equipment, your local John Deere dealer since 1955.
There's some spaghetti down there.
Back once again here at Tech High School, game 1 of our 2 semifinals. Today's game brought to you by Morales Group Staffing. They're in business to create a better future for you, your family, and the community we share. Whether you're looking for the right career or the perfect candidate, they're here to help. Give them a call, 317-472-7600. You and I talked during the break previously about the amount of turnovers, and boy, you just got to take care of the basketball.
Yeah, if you're Ritter and you look back at this film, you're going to say, man, some of the passes we made didn't have zip on them. They were about a second behind, and big-time stop here if they get the rebound. And right there on cue, a 13th offensive rebound, 14th offensive rebound, and that'll just about do it, Troy.
Yeah, Pippin's able to finish that one after missing one earlier. Here is a 3 by McDowell, no good, and the rebound pulled down by Aldridge.
Yeah, 14 offensive rebounds. Now you just slow it up here. We're gonna still take threes.
He hasn't listened to you yet, has he?
No, he hasn't.
Smith was like, no way.
That one's gonna keep Coach Delaney up at night, though.
Turnover the other way. Yeah. 17 turnovers now by Ritter.
Yeah, it's hard to win a basketball game turning it over 17 times. And now you just slow it up. If they want to foul, they can foul you, but down 11, they're going to have to foul twice more just to send them to the free throw line.
So after the foul at 1:15 remaining, we'll have about 30 minutes or so between this semifinal and the next semifinal.
Well, that was out of bounds. Good tip. I think if you're Ritter, look, this one's probably out of hand. Just play respectful for the last minute 13. Play smart, hustle. Just too many opportunities that they didn't take advantage of. It's easy to say that, right? That sounds like a cop-out. But, making an extra pass, getting into your offensive sets, being aggressive towards the basket. See too much there where they were dribbling. Cathedral brought the double team, forced turnovers.
That was a triple team coming that time against Aldridge, and a foul call here on Wade. So Bolden, unless he scores again, he'll finish with 13. He had 11 in the opening quarter. Wade had a nice afternoon.
You know, Cathedral's done a great job defensively of making him move off the block, right? Those first 8 points that he scored in that first quarter, I think he had 8 of the first 10, were all right there at the block, and it was a quick pass, turn, and bucket. Cathedral's pushed him out. They pushed him out to the perimeter, and offensively, it's kind of taken away his game.
Mentioned Wade with 21 points at this point of the game as Aldridge able to hit a free throw. 16 by Aldridge. Lead extended to 12, and looks like Cathedral will move on. Second one missed, and Bolden the rebound.
Yeah, I think if you're Coach Delaney, and you come back Monday night, it's going to be about free throws, right? They've left a lot of points off the board via the free throw line. Great extra pass, should have shot the first one.
Wade on the drive.
Wade's an athlete, he can play. Just took him a little bit too long to get going.
Yep. Foul by Wade.
See what happens 23 here. A 10-point game. He makes them both. Probably go and try to get a bucket and then dribble it out. Now, if he misses both, you can run down and get a 3. All of a sudden, it's a little bit closer than what people would think. We've seen crazier things, and when you got two teams that have turned the ball over 16 and 14 times, you never know.
11 now by Julian Smith. He got off to a slow start, but had a couple of big threes here in the second half.
Yeah, those threes really propelled him in this run.
Cecina and Crispus Attucks next. Second free throw. There's another miss.
Yep.
Wade back the other way. Blocked shot by Pippins.
And I'll say this about great extra pass, great dunk to finish this one off. You know, you see NFL teams, they have slow starts and then they get into the 2-minute drill and it's like the offense starts flowing.
Yeah.
The offense has flowed here. They haven't got the buckets to go in, but we see better offense in that last minute when they felt rushed out of Ritter. But a great win by Cathedral, great come-from-behind win. They trail by as many as 13, and they pull off the 13-point 67-54 win.
And they hold Ritter to just 7 points in that fourth quarter.
Yeah, and that was the difference, right? It was 48-47. Ritter had taken the lead, but it's another big-time run. They had 2 double-digit runs in this game to not only get them back into it, but pull away towards the end.
By the way, Braylon Pippins had 15 points off the bench. We mentioned Aldridge with 16 points. Julian Smith, he finished with 11. Skylar Rogers, he had a good game tonight, kind of a quiet game. He ended with 14 points. So they end up with 4 players in double figures in today's wins.
Yeah, we talked about that in the outset, right? It was like, okay, you know that Aldridge is going to score, and so is Smith, and Smith got going there, but then Pippen stepped up as well. Tristan Lloyd knocked down a couple of threes to get over his average of 4 points per game. But good defense led to this win tonight. They really made Ritter's offense kind of look one-dimensional.
All right, that's going to do it as Cathedral moves to the championship game. Stay right there. We're going to come back about 30 minutes. We'll have game 2. It's Crispus Attucks and Cecina right here on IndianaSRN.